guys enjoy that, or do you like really hate it? Having to do that play, role playing?
I love role plays.
Oh my gosh. I remember the first time I did it, I was like, don't make me do this. But you know what? You really learn when you actually get out there and you're doing it, and you're learning, by interacting with each other, which is crucial. And that's one reason why I love teaching this class, is because you're able to not just sit there and listen to somebody go, mom, mom, mom. You're actually able to interact and learn from each other and pick up a lot of different tidbits and different things that are going to help you. So, congratulations. You've learned so much. I'm excited. Okay, so let's just kind of recap everything. I'm going to just kind of make sure that we all are on the same page before we keep moving forward. Give me an idea if somebody wants to just shout it out. I love that because I'm all about being impromptu around me, as you guys already kind of gathered that. Crazy. Who's going to tell me 2 things you need to do to be prepared?
Prepare yourself and your product.
There you go. Woohoo! Your apartment and yourself. And we're right on track with that with all the training that we've already done. Okay, if you're preparing yourself, who else in the room can tell me 2 ways? What are those 2 ways that you would prepare yourself?
Mentally.
Okay, good one. Good one. Exactly. Anybody else?
Make sure your project,
Make sure your product looks good. Excellent, Tiffany. That's right. And making sure this whole mantra image thing is working. You're working it. Okay, which is absolutely great. There's 3 things that distinguish Bell Partners from anybody else out there. That's why we are the best. Anybody got an idea of what those 3 things are?
Product knowledge.
Product knowledge, right. And we're going to give them what? The perfect apartment home, which is awesome. Nobody else does that. We were talking earlier about, people used to want choices all the time. Now people want what they want. Okay, and so that's what we're going to do, is we're going to hone in on that, about building that rapport and making sure that we know what they want, so we're going to give them that one perfect apartment home. Great job, everybody. And then we're going to give them that price quote, and nobody else is going to be able to do that. So, when you get those people that are kind of teetering around and, I'm pretty sure, or for whatever reason, they're not ready to make a decision, you can relax a little bit, they can relax a little bit, and you know that they're going to have that 48-hour quote. Providing, you may tell me providing what?
One of the parts available.
Exactly. Great job, Marcia. Thank you so much. Okay. When we're greeting somebody, what do we want to remember to do that's going to help us have that image?
Stand.
Yeah. Stand, greet, smile. Remember when you're on the phone, we were talking so much about phone. We're going to talk a little bit more about when you actually get to meet them. Oh gosh, I know it's scary. Will the real leasing professional please stand up? This is crucial. Let me ask you guys a question. How many times have you ever gone into a restaurant and the hostess is sitting down and you're there with your date or your groups of people and stuff, and they're sitting down? You see that?
Yeah.
You see that? No. And if they did, wouldn't you think it's kind of weird? I know, I would. I'd be like, hello, I'd like to eat here. So it's kind of, if you kind of think of it that way, when you stand up, you're acknowledging them there, and you're being able to say, Matt's here. Oh, I'm so excited. Hi, I'm Debra. It's good to meet you. And what am I doing? I'm smiling, and I'm greeting him. So those are the really, really important things to remember that we need to do. You don't want to just sit there at your desk, hi, how are you? Can I help you? And you're sitting at your desk. You want to stand up and make your presence known. That makes them feel so much more special and so much more important. I think that's really, really a great thing. And just remember one thing. It is not about you. It's about your prospect and connecting. And we talked about building that rapport and making that connection. Oh, you're from Georgia? Oh my gosh, I went to school there. Whatever your connection is. When you are going to be greeting that person, there's some key things that you're going to want to remember. Okay? And one is you're going to want to make sure you match their tone. One is you're going to want to follow their rate of speech. Now, some people talk really, really, really fast, and you're like, slow down. What did you just say? Have you ever done something like that? I know I have. I'm like, okay, slow down. Can you say that again a little slower so I can get every word you just said? You ever met somebody like that? And then I've met those people that talk like this. They're really either analytical or whatever they are. It's cool. And you got to be able to adapt to that. We're going to talk about that a little bit more in depth. When you do listen to them, again, we just talked about some listening skills. You're going to want to make sure you're repeating and you're approving that. And your body language is so crucial too. We actually have a little bit of statistics. And what we found was that whenever that first impression of people are reading you, that body language is at 55%. That is really huge. Really, really big. Your tone is 38%. So you're talking, or I can do your dog. Maybe, Marcia, you talk about Smiley Dog.
Smiley Dog.
Smiley Dog. She changes her tone when she talks about Smiley Dog. And then your words, believe it or not, are only 7%. So look at those percentages and think, okay, recheck the image there. It does make me do that. It makes me stop and say, okay, how am I coming across and am I matching them? And that's what we want to do next, is we want to be able to match that person as closely as possible, because that's going to make them feel so much more comfortable, okay? So who can tell me what a chameleon is? Anybody in the room? Tiffany. A lizard.
That changes to match its environment.
Right, matches its environment, and that's what we want to try to get as close to as possible when we're connecting with that person, especially when they walk in our office. Whether somebody that maybe we set an appointment with, and it could be, like we said a few minutes ago, 50-50. It could be they just walked in, they were just driving by there on their lunch break, on their way home from work. It's all going to be done here. Let me check out the Trinity part. Okay? So we want to make sure that we're matching them as best we can. Now, in your workbook on page 23, you have, no wait, is that right? Yes, I'm sorry. I'm new to this. You have a little checklist there. This is kind of something I would like for you to just take a few minutes individually. And I'm not going to look at it, I promise. So this is really to help you. If y'all would just take a couple of minutes and just answer some of those questions, it's really going to help you out there. So just take a few minutes. Okay, we've had a few minutes there. Okay,
Time works.
Anybody score 40, 45? Oh my gosh! Woo! That's fantastic. I know the first time I ever took this particular quiz, I was like, ooh, it really made me think. So this is a great way just to evaluate yourself and really be able to check yourself and think more about being a chameleon. And talking about that, I would like to say that we did find through studies that people are really basically broken down to 4 different types. Okay? 4 different types. You can have your tiger, you're going to have your owl, you're going to have your lamb, and then you're going to have your bull. Okay? And to help you guys kind of understand what those characteristics are, and also help you know how you can better assist that person and connect with that person with a rapport, we're going to do another exercise, okay? So I'm going to basically give you your instructions real quickly. And I'm going to break you guys out into some groups. And your groups, basically, we're going to count off 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to have people in here. We need to break it out into about 4 groups. So go ahead and count. Okay, so if you're a 1, you're a 2, you're a 3, you're a 4. Okay, great. Each group, I'm going to assign a personality. All right? So, number 1 is my tigers. So if you're a number 1, you're a tiger for a few minutes. If you're a number 2, you're going to be the analytical owl. And you're going to find out more about what that owl is. 3s are my lambs, and 4s are my bulls. Okay? So you remember your number. Now you know who you are. All right? Now, what I want you to do basically is I want you to go into your groups, and I want you to prepare a little bit of a skit, okay? And basically what I want to be able to see is that bull coming in or that lamb coming in and how you're going to respond to that, okay? So y'all take a few minutes, give you about 5 or 10 minutes, and y'all check back in here with me. If you want to go outside, get a little break, get you an area. You've got an area here. Go ahead and do that. Okay, great. Now this gives me a chance to regroup. Okay, so we just got through all the skits. Got a little bit better understanding of all the different types?
Yeah.
Okay. Marsha, tell me something about that you maybe didn't know about a lamb.
They may not make their decision without the help of someone else.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of quiet.
Yeah.
They're a little bit opposite of me.
They're a little reserved.
Yeah.
Or maybe more to get information from them.
Right. Exactly. What do you think about a bull, Matt?
I'm comfortable working with them because I kind of relate to their personality.
Oh, are you a bull?
So it's easier to understand where they're coming from.
Let me ask you, does anybody in here think that maybe you would have a problem with being able to change that body language, that tone, because the words are going to be the same because you know your product knowledge, you have superior product knowledge, you checked your image, you checked your apartment, your roof, you've done everything. You think we'll be okay with maybe adapting now that we've gone through this exercise and be able, do you think it'll help, Ashley?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, well, now we're going to talk about the in-person, okay? And you're either going to have somebody come in that you have been the superstar, rock star, telephone person, you've connected, you've made an appointment. Oh my gosh, it's so fantastic. I love that when it happens. You've confirmed their dates, their names, you know, their dog Skippy, the whole 9 yards, and you've used their name. And then you're going to have those people that just walk in. They're on their lunch break, they're taking a long lunch, the boss is out of town, whatever, and they're just going to walk in to get some information from you. So you're going to have 2 different types of in-persons. The only thing really different is on that walk-in, you're going to be exercising and using a lot of the tools that you used on the phone. You're going to be doing it actually in person. But you're the pro. You're ready, set, you've done all your homework, you've gotten everything ready, you're prepared, your product's prepared, and everything is ready, set, go. Let's say that we have an obstacle come up and who doesn't have interruptions in their day? Anybody? Always interruptions, right, Ashley? Okay, so we're going to go through a few scenarios, and I just love to get you guys to give me a little bit of feedback and let me know. Okay, so you're talking with a prospect, and they're sitting at your desk or on the couch, like Ashley likes to do at her office, and the phone rings. What are you going to do?
Let it ring.
Let it ring. That's right. That's right. We want to make sure that person in front of us knows that they are important and that we are going to let the voicemail pick it up or a coworker pick it up. We'll go back, make sure you're checking your messages as soon as you're done because you want to get back to that person on the phone, right? Okay. So you say you're on the phone and a prospect walks in. What would you do, Tiffany?